Ambassador Jack Wilson had been the first human diplomat assigned to the Galactic Council. His death, a seemingly inconsequential event in the vast expanse of interstellar politics, was dismissed as a regrettable accident by Council officials. They could not have been more wrong. The Viridian delegation claimed Jack had violated some obscure protocol, justifying his execution. The Council, dominated by species that had achieved spaceflight millennia before humanity, nodded in collective agreement. Humans were newcomers after all, barely 2 centuries into faster-than-light travel. A minor incident, they thought. 3 days later, Earth went silent. Communications ceased. Trade ships turned back at the edge of the Sol system. The Council dismissed these actions as primitive human grief rituals. Admiral Thorne of the Council Defense Fleet even joked that perhaps humanity was throwing a tantrum. 1 week after Jack's death, humanity's response arrived. 5,000 ships emerged simultaneously at every major Council outpost across 17 systems. Not warships, ordinary vessels. Cargo haulers, passenger liners, mining platforms, scientific research vessels. Each one repurposed, each one carrying the same message broadcast on all frequencies. You slain one of ours. The Council was bewildered. Human military capacity had been thoroughly assessed and deemed negligible. These weren't even military vessels. What possible threat could they pose? That's when the Council discovered what humans had been hiding. While other species had developed shields, energy weapons, and faster drives, humans had quietly mastered something far more concerning: adaptation. Every human vessel carried soldiers, who trained in multiple gravities. Their bodies enhanced not with cybernetics or genetic engineering, both strictly regulated by Council law, but through relentless conditioning and specialized pharmaceuticals that skirted regulatory definitions. The first Viridian outpost fell in hours. The defenders, accustomed to standard combat protocols, were overwhelmed by humans who moved faster than their targeting systems could track, who endured atmospheric conditions that would incapacitate most species, who fought with a terrifying intensity that shocked the hardened Council veterans. Admiral Thorne deployed the 6th Fleet to the Proxima Station, where the largest human force had gathered. His flagship arrived to find 3 Council battlecruisers already disabled, their systems intact but crews unconscious, an impossibility given their life support redundancies. "They've weaponized their biology," the Council xenobiologist reported in growing horror. "Their blood contains iron, they exhale carbon dioxide, their bodies host trillions of microorganisms. They've engineered deployable variants of their natural biochemistry that overwhelm our filtration systems." The humans hadn't developed new weapons. They'd simply turned themselves into weapons. Most alarming was the discovery that humans operated with disturbing autonomy. Council military doctrine relied on hierarchical command structures and strict protocols. Human forces seemed to function independently, with each small unit adapting tactics on the fly, making them impossible to predict or counter systematically. By Diao, the 10th day, the Council convened an emergency session. The Viridian delegation was conspicuously absent, their homeworld now under complete human blockade. "We've made a catastrophic error in judgment," Council Elder Mox admitted, his 3 eyes blinking nervously. "We assessed human technology but failed to understand human nature. Intelligence reports revealed the staggering truth. Humanity had prepared this response for decades. Every civilian ship contained hidden compartments and modular components that could be rapidly reconfigured. Every human who ventured into space received basic military training. They had built their entire interstellar infrastructure with the capacity for immediate conversion to military application. It wasn't that humanity possessed superior technology, they had simply refused to specialize. While Council species optimized for specific environments and roles, humans maintained their evolutionary adaptability, their stubborn capacity to function under nearly any condition, their refusal to become dependent on any single system or approach. On the 14th day, Earth broke its silence. A single representative, Dr. Anna Reed, a previously unremarkable agricultural administrator, addressed the Council. "The blockades will end when justice is served," she stated calmly. The Viridian officials responsible for Ambassador Wilson's death must stand trial under human law. The Council must acknowledge our sovereignty and right to self-defense. And most importantly, the Council must understand that humanity will not be dismissed again. She paused, letting her next words land with precision. We didn't bring our warships, because we didn't need them. What you're witnessing is humanity at peace. Do not make us demonstrate humanity at war. The implications sent shockwaves through the council chambers. If this was humanity holding back, the Viridian officials were delivered to Earth within hours. The council ratified a new diplomatic framework by the end of the day. Emergency provisions were enacted to integrate human representatives at every level of council governance. 3 months later, as the new accords were being implemented, Admiral Thorne met privately with Elder Mox. We've analyzed everything, Thorne said, mandibles clicking anxiously. Their ships, their tactics, their biology. But I still don't understand how they coordinated such a precise response across 17 systems simultaneously. Elder Mox's skin shifted to a pale blue. That's what terrifies me most, Admiral. They didn't coordinate it. They didn't need to. When Ambassador Wilson died, every human everywhere simply knew exactly what to do, without orders, without centralized direction. How is that possible? Thorne asked. Because, Mox replied, unlike us, they evolved on a death world, where cooperation and individual initiative meant survival. When threatened, they don't just fight as armies. They fight as a species. The galaxy would never underestimate humanity again.